You break out of your egg, somewhere in the mountains of North America. The shell cracks away and you push forward into open air with your eyes still closed. Two siblings lie beside you, both dry and covered in white down, already hatched hours before. Your mother's shadow passes overhead as she leans down and tears meat from something you can't see yet. Your siblings lift their heads and open their beaks wide, making sharp begging calls. She drops torn flesh into their mouths, one piece each, then turns away from you. You lift your head and open your beak, but nothing comes. A scrap of meat falls near your feet, so you lean forward and swallow it whole before anyone takes it back. Then the days blur together. You sleep, wake, beg, and sleep again. Skip forward 2 weeks, and your eyes are fully open now. You can see the nest edge clearly, a wall of sticks and dried grass that stops just before empty sky. Beyond that, nothing but air and distant cliffs. Your siblings are twice your size now, covered in gray feathers instead of down. During the next feeding, the largest one shoves forward hard and knocks you sideways. You slide backward across loose sticks, your legs scrambling for grip. You stop just before the nest edge with pebbles tumbling over the side and disappearing into the drop below. Then your father lands on the rim with a dove clutched in his talons. Blood drips from its torn chest onto the sticks below. Your mother steps forward and begins tearing it apart while your siblings climb over each other, begging louder than before. You stay low near the back and wait for the chaos to pass. A chunk of meat rolls toward you during the fight, so you grab it fast and swallow before anyone notices. Your siblings are still bigger and louder, but you're learning when to move and when to stay still. And soon, staying still won't be enough to keep you fed. You're 6 weeks old now. Both of your siblings left the nest days ago, and you watch them circling in the sky above the cliffs with their wings fully spread. Your own wings are strong enough to open completely, but you haven't jumped yet. Your parents stop bringing food to the nest after your siblings leave, so now they land on nearby ledges with fresh kills and call out while you watch them tear into the meat. Your stomach is empty and you need to eat, so you walk to the edge of the nest and look down at the drop below. The wind pushes against your chest and lifts your wing feathers slightly. You spread your wings to test the feeling, then step back toward the center of the nest. The next day, hunger forces you forward again. You need food, and the only way to get it is to leave, so you walk to the edge and jump. Your wings open without thinking, and you drop straight down with the cliff wall rushing past. You start flapping hard, but your wings move in all directions instead of together, making you spin sideways. You glide forward for a moment, then slam into a rocky slope below the nest with loose stones sliding under your body. You tumble down the rocks and stop hard against a boulder with one wing dragging behind you. You try to stand, but your legs fold and you fall forward onto your chest. Then your father lands on a rock nearby with a pigeon held in his talons. He drops it on the ground in front of you, then takes off without looking back. You drag yourself toward the food with your wings scraping against the stones, and when you reach it, you begin tearing into the flesh. You made it off the nest, but now you need to learn how to stay in the air. And every time you crash, your wings get stronger and your movements get sharper. Skip forward a bit, and you're 3 months old now. You can fly smoothly through open air, riding the rising currents without effort, building strength with every passing day. Your parents stopped feeding you weeks ago, so now you hunt alone. You spot a small bird perched on a dead branch below, so you pull your wings in tight and drop toward it. But you're coming in too fast and the angle is wrong, so you slam straight into the branches with your talons missing completely. The bird flies away without looking back while you shake broken twigs from your feathers and push yourself back into the sky. Days later, you see a flock of starlings feeding on the ground near a patch of short grass. You need to eat, and they're moving slowly, so you fold your wings and dive toward the group with your speed building. But the flock scatters before you're halfway down, making you miss by several body lengths and hit the dirt hard with your chest pushing into the ground. You stand up slowly and watch them disappear over the ridge while your legs shake under you. The next morning, you're flying over open ground when you spot a lone sparrow hopping through the grass below. You need a clean kill this time, so you climb higher to build more speed before committing. Then you fold into a steep dive with your wings pulled tight against your body, dropping faster than before. Your talons extend just before you reach the sparrow, and you grab it mid-hop with both feet closing around its body. The impact sends you both rolling through the dirt and loose feathers, but you hold on tight and pin it down with one foot. Then you bite into its neck and feel it stop moving. That's your first real kill, messy and chaotic, but completely yours. You tear into the flesh and swallow quickly, tasting blood for the first time. You've made your first kill, but the sky is full of faster birds, and some of them don't just hunt sparrows. You're 10 months old now. You've claimed a stretch of cliffs near a wide valley where prey moves through open ground, making hunting easier with fewer places for them to hide. One afternoon, another young falcon appears above your favorite perch with its wings spread wide. This is your territory and you need to defend it, so you call out sharply with your wings half spread in warning. But the other falcon ignores you completely and folds into a dive toward a pigeon feeding below. You chase after it immediately with your wings pulling tight against your body, and both of you close in on the same prey at the same time. You're faster, and you reach the pigeon first with your talons stretching out to grab it. But then, the other falcon slams into you from the side with enough force to knock you off course completely, making the pigeon escape while you both tumble through the air. You recover first and twist upward with your wings beating hard, then you strike at the intruder's wings with your talons raking across its feathers. The other falcon turns sharply and comes straight back at you with its talons extended forward. You collide again in open air and lock talons briefly, spinning together before breaking apart and separating. Both of you circle each other at a distance with your wings pumping hard and your breath coming faster. Then the other falcon suddenly dives away toward the distant cliffs and doesn't come back. You land on your perch, with your wings still trembling and your legs shaking slightly under your weight. You watch the other falcon disappear over the ridge until there's nothing left to see. You defended your ground this time, but you won't always be the faster one. And the next time another falcon shows up, the fight might end with blood instead of just a retreat. Skip forward, and you're 2 years old now. A female falcon has been hunting near your cliffs for several days, and you've been watching her take down prey cleanly without wasting energy. She kills a dove one morning and lands on a nearby ledge to feed, tearing into the flesh while you watch from above. You need to show her you can hunt just as well, so you drop into a dive and strike a starling flying below. You carry it back up and land a few body lengths away from her with the kill held in your talons. She stops eating and watches you closely, but she doesn't move toward you or fly away. So you drop the starling on the rock between you and step back, waiting to see what she does. Then she hops forward slowly, takes the starling, and begins tearing into it while you stay where you are. Over the next few days, you hunt in the same areas and sometimes dive together toward the same prey, learning how each other moves through the air. One morning, you decide to show her something more, so you climb high above the cliffs until the valley spreads out below. Then you fold into a steep dive with your wings pulled tight and call out loudly as you drop. You pull up sharply just above the rocks and barrel roll through the air with your wings twisting your body in tight spirals. She follows immediately, matching your speed and twisting beside you through the same path. You both land on the same ledge with your wings nearly touching, and she doesn't move away. Then together, you start scraping out an old nest site on the cliff face, pushing away loose dirt and dry bones with your feet until the space is clear. You've found a mate, and soon the nest will be full of new life. But raising chicks means hunting for more than just yourself and defending them from everything that flies too close. You're 3 years old now. 2 chicks hatched days ago, and they're small and helpless with their mouths open constantly, begging for food every time you land near the nest. You and your mate need to keep them fed, so you take turns hunting while the other stays behind to guard them. You dive on a rock pigeon near the valley floor and strike hard with your talons closing around its body. Then you carry it back to the nest with your wings beating against the weight. Your mate tears the pigeon into tiny pieces and feeds the chicks while you turn around and leave immediately to hunt again. When you return later with another kill, you see a raven circling near the nest with its wings spread wide. Your mate is already diving at it with her wings pulled tight against her body, screaming as she drops. The raven dodges sideways and circles back toward the nest anyway, so you drop your prey and join the attack with both of you striking from above. The raven twists away and calls back at you, but it keeps retreating toward another ridge. Then it finally turns completely and flies out of sight, leaving your territory behind. You land back at the nest and both chicks are still there, unharmed and begging with their mouths open wide. Your mate's wing has a few bent feathers from the dive, but nothing that won't heal. You pick up the kill you dropped and begin tearing it apart for the chicks, while your mate watches the sky for more threats. The chicks are surviving for now, but they're growing fast and eating more every day. Soon they'll be ready to leave the nest and learn to fly on their own, and when they do, the cliffs will go back to being quiet again. But until then, you'll keep hunting and fighting off anything that comes too close. Skip forward a bit, and you're 9 years old now. Your mate disappeared during the cold months and never returned to the cliffs, so now you hunt alone again. Your dives aren't as fast as they used to be, and your wings take longer to recover after each flight. You spot a duck flying low along the river below, so you fold into a dive and build speed with your wings tucked tight. But your body feels heavy and the angle isn't sharp enough, making you reach for the duck with your talons stretching out too early. You miss by a full wingspan and have to pull up hard with your chest rising and falling faster than before. Then you land on a dead tree to rest and catch your breath. A moment later, a younger falcon dives past you with its wings moving faster and cleaner than yours. It strikes the same duck and kills it instantly, then carries it down to the riverbank to feed. You watch from the branch while it tears into the flesh, and after a while, you take off and fly toward an open field where smaller prey moves through shorter grass. You catch a sparrow without much effort, which is enough to keep you alive for another day. Then you carry it back to your old nest site and land on the ledge where you raised chicks years ago. You eat slowly while looking out across the valley below, watching other falcons circle through the air in the distance. You're still hunting and still surviving, but every flight takes more out of you than it used to. Your wings are slower, your dives are weaker, and the sky keeps moving without waiting for anyone. And soon, something faster or stronger will find you when you're too tired to fight back. You're 10 years old now. You leave your perch in the early morning and fly over the cliffs with your wings beating slower than they used to. You need to find food, so you scan the ground below while gliding through the valley. Then you spot movement near a patch of tall grass, a rabbit lying still on the ground. You circle lower to check for other scavengers, but nothing else moves nearby, so you land beside it and begin tearing into the flesh with your beak. You're too tired to question why it's already dead. You just need to eat. Then a shadow passes overhead, fast and silent. A red-tailed hawk drops from above with its talons extended and drives them into your back, slamming you hard into the ground. You try to twist free and get your wings under you, but your body doesn't respond the way it should. The hawk's grip tightens around your spine, crushing down with its full weight, pressing you into the dirt. You try to kick with your legs, but they move once and then stop completely. Your vision starts to blur at the edges, while your wings twitch against the ground, trying to push yourself up, but failing. Then the hawk releases you and hops toward the rabbit, tearing into it without looking back at you. You lie in the dirt with loose feathers scattered around your body, your chest rising one last time before going still. Your legs stop moving, your wings flatten against the ground, and your eyes stay open but see nothing. By the afternoon, beetles and flies begin to arrive, crawling across your feathers. And somewhere above the cliffs, another falcon is already circling over your old territory, calling out to claim what used to be yours.